We made the chair. We're gonna see who won.
Definitely you.
Anyway, happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody.
And there's gonna be a couple people joining in, and this is the end of the year episode.
Yes.
This is the last, right? This is the last Friday before the end of the year.
Yep. Yeah, because next week we don't have a Friday Live.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is it.
Aww.
Okay, guys, this is the last call for 2024, and what a year it was. And that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be the recap of
2024.
And
what is coming in 2025?
Yes. Well, we know a couple of things. Kerry, we had
our holiday awards celebration party yesterday.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. We'll add that in there too. And
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And how's everybody doing? TikTok is starting to. I can't really see. I'm going
I can't see either.
Oh, I got this. It doesn't give me. It doesn't even say we're live on TikTok yet.
No.
No, it didn't pop up. No, but well, we'll give it a second. And you usually get notified, right? It does say it's live. Ah.
There we go.
Okay, now we're ready. Ah, so back. When do we start that?
What?
Should we start from the beginning?
Yeah.
And I gotta just lower this so you don't hear me coming back in. Anyway, we're gonna start again.
Yes.
And then you get the full cut version on YouTube.
Yes.
So you can actually we'll be starting from this point.
Yeah.
The rest of you actually made it on to. I don't think anybody really even saw the first 5 minutes. To be honest with you.
No, I don't think so either. But yeah.
But
hi guys.
Hi guys, again it's Friday live. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go over
our 2024 recap and what's to come in 2025.
So how was your 2024?
It was good. I had a good year. I could say that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I could just imagine why. Anyway, yeah, it was a very good, interesting year. A year of obviously in a world that's always changing, right? So there's obviously some new things for the 2025 year.
Yeah.
But the 2024 year, we're going to do some recapping. So.
How was your 2024, Anthony?
Oh, my 2024 is, it's the, we kind of transitioned like our office at 2023. 2024 was it's like settling on the vision. Like, are we settling on the vision moving forward? How we need to work and operate in that vision, what that's going to look like for the future. So 2024 is like a building year. 2023 was a building year. 2024 is this is, you come into where you really want to start taking your direction based on everything you've done. We had a very successful 2024.
Yeah.
What was one of our greatest successes this year?
One of them was definitely hitting over 2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes. We hit 2,000, we're at 2,060 now.
Yes.
We keep adding subscribers left and right. That's exciting.
It is.
So the YouTube channel is now up to, we're adding maybe 2 people a day. And it seems to be some days it's 4, sometimes it's 5. And obviously one of the things that we always have to, because a lot of it's dominated by a drone.
Yes.
And everybody who's kind of dealing with the whole drone mystery stuff. We've had, one of the things is that for 2024, and obviously it's recapping 2024, and this is the end, was all the drone controversy, right?
Oh yeah.
It was everywhere.
No, it was.
And you said you're kind of scared of it, right?
I'm scared of it. I would like to see one myself.
You see, wait a minute, she sees one all the time.
Well, no.
Like Greg, who does our videos, uses
know.
one.
Yeah, I do. But I want to see like the big scary one. Like,
I have one in my garage. I promise, I have bring it in. It's like the size of the table. Like it looks like, I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
That I had from back in like 2000, before drones were even the word drone. I had built one. Well, some parts were built outside, and then I had to put the rest together.
Mm-hmm. No, that's pretty cool. But I would love to see one. I am scared. I don't know what they're about. But
It literally, it comes in a box that you like. It's like a big box, like literally as big as this table.
Yeah.
And then all the things spread out. And I mean, I haven't used it
Oh my God,
in years, but
scary.
it's not scary, guys. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's kids, probably. Most likely, 95%. She'll tell you no, but I know from doing this stuff that the drone situation has nothing to do with what you think it is. It's like this. I'm gonna say this to everybody who's watching because it's silly. It's really silly stuff because I don't think anybody's doing anything with the intent of drones. Somebody, Anthony.
I can't read it.
I think that's one of the people in your fan club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So don't. You know.
I can't
I'll
read
tell you.
it, so.
We can't see that right off the bat. And I'm keeping her for because I'm back.
Who said that?
This Anthony fellow.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi,
Let's keep
Anthony.
it nice and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
But the big thing with the drone thing, like, it's scared. Like, people are more scared of, like, and I think it's kind of become viral because it's just like, and this, I hate to say it's part of technology, and I think you're going to see more of it. Like, Amazon was talking about deliveries and things like that.
Wow.
This is going to be the first part of really what you're going to be seeing as a normal. It's like the age of the Jetsons. You're going to see drones flying over with packages and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he said, haha, Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas as well. So, the drone situation this year, it capped off I think it was another year. I think it was kind of like all these, we're in a crazy time.
No, yeah, 2024 was
It's just like,
quite a year. So many things happened.
Yeah, just a lot. And, you know, one of the other things is across all the channels, including TikTok, is like we kind of like grow things. I kind of grow things in a way. It's not like we have 50,000 staff members sitting around, so it takes a lot of work. But we've been kind of growing each of the channels out a little bit, so we've achieved the benchmark of about 3 million people a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Across all over social media, and that's become a focal point. We're going to continue that movement forward, and hopefully you guys, you know, who are watching and you want to be part of what we're doing and conversing, we'll be more than happy to hear from you guys. What else in 2024?
So New Jersey, we had a 40% increase in New Jersey sales.
Yes, we did. Now, we've kind of branched out into New Jersey this year, and one of the biggest things, if you haven't familiar, we've really grown out. So, and we've actually spent some time on the Jersey Shore these last few.
So we have 3 listings.
Yeah, new listings on the shore.
Yeah.
In the last couple of months.
So that's pretty big too.
Yes, and I think Gab just got our first contract out there, and congratulations to you.
Yeah.
And the big thing is, and Alana just got one in Orly Beach, which you were down in
this week.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah.
How do you like Orly Beach?
It's a cute town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like it. I don't think I've ever been there besides when I went there.
He was taking you all over places that you know.
I know.
You're like getting to know the shore a little bit. You're getting to know Manasquan. You're getting to know.
Besides Belmar.
Besides Belmar.
To get to know.
She knows Belmar well. But the big thing is like, what 2024 is basically over, and one of the biggest news stories of the year, obviously the new president. And we're not asking anybody to weigh in on that either way.
It is.
It's a controversial
news,
topic,
yeah.
but it's big news. And the rise of Bitcoin, I always talk about it because I think it's a fundamental shift. And that's the thing that I think in 2025, and I think we're going to bridge that into 2025. I think that's going to be the emerging story. And obviously, there are many happy campers in the cryptology world. It's a very volatile market, as anybody could expect. But, I think the new administration talked about actually holding a strategic reserve. And that's the interesting part about what 2025 is going to bring. I think there's going to be a lot more, and we'll get into 2025 in a second.
Yeah.
I do think that coming into 2025, and I like, look, there's no doubt about it. Like, some people like the idea of change, and there's going to be, the new administration coming in. It's going to be pro-business, and structurally, I hate to say this is not like what everybody wants to hear. These things, if there's going to be shifts, they won't be easy. And I think one of the things that people are going to have to understand that as we move into 2024, it's not like there's no saviors. I hate to say this, there's no saviors in politics. But, there is a sense that change will happen. To a degree, I think it's something that will play out, what type of changes will happen. I do think a more peaceful world in 2025.
Yeah.
Because 2024 has been marked by a lot of destruction and it was a very...
No, if you think of everything,
it's
as a whole.
2023, 2024 was pretty brutal. Anyway, anybody in TikTok land, because it's not like we're getting much on Facebook right now.
No.
I think there's probably more to do. I forgot to share it out to the platforms, post, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll capture somebody's attention. So we'll focus a little bit on TikTok. What else you got? Do you have anything else in 2024 besides?
Yeah, our Pinterest took off also.
Yeah, so Pinterest is an interesting, the rise. Oh, there's new, obviously, as we move into the new world that we're moving into, there's so many more. And it's just the time you've been here, the technology has changed rapidly.
I know.
And how much, there is really a dependence on it now, right? That's like a departure from when you first started, right? You just seem to change from the first time you started when you have to write your own captions.
Yeah, I was writing them. I remember making the holiday posts from scratch.
Yes.
When I first started here, and now you don't really need to do that. It's so simple.
I don't know what I have to do now. No, I'm looking.
No.
She doesn't want to say it too loudly. I don't do anything now. You just hit a key.
No.
It's okay, Kerry. We won't. But it's just one of those things. The world is changing so rapidly. I think that's the big thing. 2024, it was such a rapid. And now there's these video generation things that are, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The memes.
Oh yeah.
The voices, right? They change voices now.
Yeah, it's been a crazy.
You can make people sound you can make your characters sound like you. It's
No, they really.
They change lip movements and where it's going is what and you guys share your thoughts. Where do you think technology is going? Because I think it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely going to be.
There's Angela texting. Sorry, Angela.
I
will get back to you. I'll get back to you as soon as I finish up the live. I promise. What you were saying?
Oh no, there's definitely going to be in 2025. I do think that there's going to be more AI stuff. I really don't know what else you could do with it at this point, but I'm sure they'll figure out some.
That's what
way
that
to
scares
do it.
you, right?
Yeah. I'm like, what else could there be?
Yeah, I mean, I could just the level of improvement overall. That's the funny thing. Over the course of this year, the rapid, like we obviously used it last year, and then like going into 2024, and just it's definitely getting more sophisticated as time moves on. So as time's moved on, like the sophistication and just the quality has really started to improve. It was very generic and like sometimes a little. Now
you really can't tell the difference.
Music.
Oh yeah, music.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Now you could just type in what kind of.
And like it's that I think that was the number one thing for me this year.
Yeah, no, that was big. I remember.
And just like you could make a
hearing about
country song in 10 minutes.
No, crazy.
It's so wild.
So
It's
real too.
and I forget the name of the program, but it's just you could just
Like
basically make.
Like I would listen to that.
You can make a hit song out of.
Yeah.
In 10 seconds, maybe about 10 minutes. Can you imagine that we're in this world? Like, what's going to be left? That's the thing. What's going to be left for you? That's the part that concerns me.
Yeah.
Like, if you take the artistry out of things,
I know.
you really think, like, like playing an instrument or creating a lyric or creating.
I guess it just depends now on what people rather want. Something like from somebody or something computer.
And that's like, what is that going to look like?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's 2024. 24 was a very good year. It was one of the lowest inventory markets in history. And it had some really moves ups and downs based on interest rates. But let's get into where we're going in 2025, and we'll hit on some predictions.
Yeah.
Because I think I gotta check back to 2023 and see what my predictions were and how many of them came true.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool to look back on.
See, and keep like an archive. I just started to notice more gray in my beard. That's the one thing I noticed going into 2025. Stop. Someone stop the aging process quickly. Anyway.
I don't want to grow up.
Oh, that's right. We have you have a. We won't say the age. She's so old that if we told you our age, that but she feels like she got some kind of clock on her. She's gonna expire at a certain point. She's like making sure, she doesn't expire somewhere on the shelf. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But 2025 is gonna be an interesting one, and where do I tell you go? Where are we going?
I think it's definitely going to be more like technology based 2025, like AI.
We still have little Santa Clauses that are made of, that are still handcrafted.
Yes, thank God. They have 3D printers. Those have been a thing now.
Right, so we don't even need. So you can basically take this and put it into a printer, go into AI, and say make me three random Santa Claus ornaments.
Yeah, maybe we'll see more of that. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, they could. Also too, what they could do with AI.
What do I want to know?
They could make. With 3D printing, they have organ makers.
Oh.
Like you could make a heart.
Oh wow! I mean, I feel like that would definitely be something good for the world, though.
And maybe you could you could never age that way. They'll just keep replacing your skin and
Imagine. No, there's a movie that is on Netflix. What?
What is it called?
It's called. I have
Let me know
no
the
idea.
on Netflix.
It starts with an S. I think it's called Subservience, something like that.
Subservient?
Maybe that. I'm not sure, but it's about robots. Like this guy hired a robot that looked like a person to work in his house as a maid. It's interesting. I didn't finish the whole movie, but
I'm gonna have to watch.
I don't really know. But it was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's on Netflix. Megan Fox is in it.
Yeah, I saw Megan Fox the other day, and I couldn't believe how much older she got.
Oh no.
I'm like, that's the thing about it. It's like when I was growing up, you saw these people, and they were like your.
Yeah. Like
and then like you look back on them and then you see them now. It's
I know, like Justin Bieber. I don't know how he'll look when I'm older. Like I feel
It's
like
funny.
that will be a big one
it's like
for me, Justin Bieber.
it's like it's like it's a I hate to say it's a reflection of ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't realize it until you.
Yeah,
see
like
other
you know, you
people.
go
Yeah.
and not to say Tom Cruise is a little bit over a decade older than me, and I see him and I'm like, oh my god. I remember like when I was growing up, like he was like the superstar, and it's like, I guess
Yeah, you know.
time keeps ticking.
Another year.
Another year. Let's not talk about like sad things like
No, yeah, let's talk about
Let's
good.
have fun stuff.
Yeah, what do you think is coming in?
Well,
2025?
let's hope in 2025 TikTok stays around. I want to know from you guys if you think TikTok is going to be here for the future.
I feel like.
Gonna stay?
What?
Is TikTok going to stay around?
I think it will. I can't see a world without TikTok.
I can't either. And you know, the big thing is, which I think is a bunch of baloney, the Chinese government is going to take our data, not like anybody else in here takes our data without. Yeah, you know, they don't monitor us to begin with. Like,
I don't know.
and it's the level of dysfunction. Well, it's going to be, I mean, we have the inauguration. We have the rise of digital assets.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2025. That's really going to be I think, the turning point was what's going to happen with, I think the global currency situation is going to transform itself. We're going to be I do believe, this is my strongest belief, going into the future now, there's going to be a switch. Not because it's going to be some like out of world thing, but I believe we're in like what we call like, there's points in history where like things become transformative, like things, and everything seems to be aligned like that. Mm-hmm. And even society as a whole, just with the level of like discourse and like what's going on in the world and like money, and it's been so convoluted these last 10 years, and like there's things that I believe are in place now, especially like now with digital assets and all these like CBDC, which is central bank digital currency, which people don't want to have tracked, and I don't think people are going to have a choice regardless, because I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think the biggest thing going is there's going to be questions about the future of our money, and I think that's the number one. That's going to be the topic that's going to be talked about, because we're, $37 trillion in debt. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much they have a grip on inflation, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of it, to be honest with you. So it's like, where we go from here when you have all this like stuff going on, like with inflation, and like, is it going to change? Is it going to get better? I think that's one of the key questions of 2025 is, what's the beginning of the transformation? I think a whole societal transformation. I really do. I think that we're on the verge of like, you're on and you know, as maybe it'll pan out more in your lifetime than in mine, but you're going to see, like I see my son, what we know of today is going to begin the process of a new way of just everything, from money to commerce to it's going to change. And I think I do think that's where all the resistance comes from, because it's part of a process. And I told you about this, about the circadian rhythm of life. And I always say about these things, and like, things change. Yeah. And they ascend. Even if we don't like them, there was a time in history where there was like the Dark Ages, where after the fall of the Roman Empire, there was no society. It was all like, it went backwards, like maybe it lost like whole generations did not live with any prosperity, and no, like, it went backwards so much that it was back to like a time, and then like all these new countries emerged out of that, and all these and cultural shifts, the Renaissance era, and like that's where we are now. I think we're in this transformative time. Is it scary? I think it's
scary?
Change is scary because we come to know things to be certain ways, and I think change is scary. And for most people, they don't want drones, for instance. You see how people react? That's really just a new technology. And,
yeah, I guess that we're not really.
You're not used to seeing these things fly, but I'm going to be honest with you. As the future moves on, that's going to be the reality. That's going to be the future. So it's going to be like you're going to see things flying around the sky, and it's going to be part. It's like, you know, you've seen Star Wars where the traffic moves above the clouds or like runs between the cities like in levels. This may be the future, and this is like the first part of that. So and as that changes, we're going to see, and I do believe that a lot of those movies will become.
Well, yeah, I remember like thinking like flying cars were gonna be like a big thing of like how like this year, like when I was younger, like I thought it was gonna come, but like I definitely think it'll happen. I mean, if they have drones that big, then they could make a car like that also.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. The drone that you see, they will make, because those are totally autonomous, meaning that you could plug in location and by GPS, these things can move from one place to another without any intervention on the part of the passenger. So you could basically be flown. Just picture being able to fly from your house, know where everything else in proximity to it is, meaning that these things, they basically could tell how far you are away.
Yeah.
You could make traffic lanes if it had to in the sky.
Oh my God.
And you could basically program it in, and it will pick. It's being done already. I think there are some countries right now
that have flying cars,
that have flying taxis. I think Dubai is one of the first countries to use flying taxis. Or in the process of exploring it. It's been done. If you go, you check out YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and you can see these new taxis that are drones. You know, and I do think there's certain things, and that's going to be part of the new infrastructure. And I think that's where countries need to start emerging with the ideas. The countries that are more apt to change and adapt are going to see the next, what I call the next revolution. They're going to capitalize on that. And I think that's the new administration's focused on when they said about cryptocurrency and how on you have to be part of the change. There's a lot of resistance to these assets, or they call them assets. The thing about it is that let's just picture a world where Elon Musk is going to Mars. He wants to go to Mars, right? That's the plan.
Yeah.
So with digital assets, the way things would be transferred is so much easier through digital. So I always think of picture like planetary wise, that digital assets on a blockchain could be transferred, 3 planets away at the speed of light and not have any discrepancy in keeping track of it. We still have very old systems now that don't really track things as well. Settlements, like when we do closings here in real estate, you have to settle it. So, you have to wire the money, the wire has to be, it could take a process of like 6 hours. Picture that happening in seconds.
Wow.
And it's, things being settled out in seconds. I believe real estate on the blockchain is going to be a thing too. So I think you're going to see the first emergence in 2025 of these new technologies. Like you said, new technology is going to continue at a rapid pace.
Oh, yeah. And that'll change the real estate industry too, I feel like. Just like anything else.
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, maybe I'm asking you a question. Do you think that there will be any new real estate industry changes like with technology, like platforms?
This is what I've said before. I think being nimble in a market like this, and that's the beauty. Some people, like I said, if you rush the process, this is why I call it business agility. business agility is one of the things that one of the most so this is the ability for organizations not to get too big too quickly, because the adaptation rate that you need to adapt at could become so cumbersome it's like, picture a computer versus a typewriter. And picture a whole entire office of typewriters, and then having a staff of people who only know how to use typewriters, and then having to transfer it to so transfer it to the people who don't know really basically how to use a computer. And you have to transfer that, and organizations, large, small, being business agility is going to be key. So you could pivot quickly enough to take advantage of these things without necessarily having to retrofit entire organizations to meet this model.
Yeah.
And as these, I do think the business, like I said before, has been technology driven for at least the last 10, 15 years. I mean, obviously the rise of Zillow. I was just around the time of Zillow. That changed things. Online shopping. House shopping is not going to be online shopping. And we do have some plans to make in the new year regarding those things. I won't get into specifics because I do think that we could turn around spaces very quickly, and you could see with new CGI modeling, what you could do is just insanity. It is really just wild. And, we'll be updating you on those things coming into the new year. I think my iPad's less than watch.
What?
I think the iPad's on the list. Someone's here. Somebody's. What are those? Do you know those orange things that streak across the screen?
I don't see it.
Like they streak across the screen on the top.
Oh no, I don't really know what that is.
Yeah.
No.
We could get like we could get like an AI like moderator.
Oh, are you asking if we can do that, or are you?
Yeah, I
telling me
wonder if
that
that's
we can do that?
no. I wonder if you can do it. AI moderation.
I'm sure it'll be here in no time though if it doesn't exist.
That's the other thing is bots for real estate agent. The real estate business better watch itself because the response rates can be improved by AI. Like people who are looking for certain properties.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to click response to AI. I'm sure they're being worked on, but we'll see. I think it's going to be an interesting time in the next few months. But next year, we do plan on expanding.
Yes.
From what I call the end of the first growth cycle, and like I said, there's cycles in business, and we're into the next phase. We've kind of laid out a path, and then I think we're going to see expansion into 2025. I think we're going to see some big changes because I feel like it's the rumbling under the ground, and you can feel like it's gonna just right now it's just gonna pop right to the floor. And I think that's 2025, and I think we have some cool things that we'll be introducing into the market to help move the market differently and get people more readily available data and from soup to nuts. I mean, the possibilities have become endless, but I think the new year is going to we're going to expand into the new year.
We're
Gonna really knock it out of the park, Carrie.
Oh yeah, 2025 will be a good year.
And and our elbow room in here is starting to shrink over time.
Yes, we got a lot of new people on board this year.
I looked at the Rouse stuff from the time I guess when you started. It's the hardest part I think about it right now is because of the low inventory market. The expansion, I've been more cautious about getting too ahead of myself. It's expanding without understanding that the market's going to present itself. It could be a pretty dangerous place to be. You have to be extra careful because the market is kind of weird, and if you're left flat-footed in a market that's that could switch either way, you could really run into problems. Business infrastructure could really just die quickly, and just unfortunately, the way, just like everything else, the cost of doing business becomes increasingly difficult just for everybody. I mean, it doesn't just exist for people who want to buy food and milk. There's the expansion, and like everything just costs so much to do. So that's really but the growth cycle is into its second phase, I feel now. We're into phase 2. And that's going to be fun this year. And like I said, we'll be capping this off with thanking our real estate people, right?
Yes.
And our award winners who are?
Victor and Alana and
Yeah.
Angela. No,
Yeah.
she wasn't there yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah. No, we said her name there.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And
So Victor, Alana, and Angela, who won awards.
Yes. Which we call it? Alana took the top prize for Staten Island. Victor took the top prize for New York, New Jersey. So we kind of have like two separate things for the New Jersey market. Alana wants to challenge the New Jersey market this year along with some other agents. But anyway, that's what we have for tonight, guys. Have a great Friday night. I need to get some sleep. I don't know. You
need sleep too.
Okay. It was a long night last night. But it was a good time, and I appreciate everybody that came out. So anyway, for you guys, it's a happy new year, because that's the next time we'll see you.
Yeah.
The new year.
Happy New Year.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I believe.
That'll.
I don't even know what day that is. Whatever.
I don't know.
We gotta go. It's gonna snow tonight too. But anyway, that's what we have for you. Hopefully you have a great
What did that say?
what does it say?
Oh, no.
Nothing.
Alright,
Anyway.
guys.
Signing off.
Night, and
Have a
good
great
night.
2025.
Yes.